right, today Dave and I are at the shop.
Yes, indeed.
We are chomping at the bit to figure out why this guy doesn't do its thing
My
like
poor
it used to.
engine. So I think I broke a ring on one piston, but we'll find out.
Yeah. This is the engine in question.
It came out of...
The Hot Rod 96.
Yeah. So
Genesis.
this is the engine that was originally in the 73, which is the Franken 96.
It's not exactly Frankensaw, but it's so
Well, it's got
together.
like multiple years of stuff.
Which is fine, but...
So all I had ever done to this is when I first got it is the balance shaft bushing was toast. And then since I had it apart, I deleted the fan pulley system.
Oh, yeah.
So I could put an electric fan.
I remember rescuing you that day it broke down. You made it into a parking lot.
Well, the gear stripped.
Yes.
And they will run without the balance shaft, but it's like the best carnival ride you've ever had. So then I went to the metal gears and I changed out the bearings and I did it right on the desk over there. The beauty of these little engines, you just put them on, flip it around.
Yeah, sure.
You know, did the paint job, new gaskets, new water pump. I didn't even mess with the oil pump. And so I drove it for what, 2 years, I think?
Yeah, we did. And I was part of that run-in after you fixed it.
Yeah.
It was like running great.
Yeah.
But we ran it hard. Not as hard as you. I did not run it. It's not my car.
Well, my wife and I, we did like a Southern Washington tour, and so we went to like Palouse. Yeah. I was driving some of those back wheat field roads. Oh. They're up and down and curvy, and I was squealing the tires all the way, you know, with the Harley pipes.
Yes.
My wife and I were yelling at each other by the time we got home because we're like half deaf, but it was fun.
So we got to get this car back on the road.
We do.
Okay, so here we go. Let's find out what went wrong. Any takers on rings?
Well, let's start with the valve covers.
All right, let's start with valve covers. By the way, viewers, this is the Saab that Dave made a point to change all the metric out to SAE anytime he could. So some stuff we'll find I was working on because I would sneak a metric back in. And then we'll know where Dave was because he was using SAE.
Obviously on the engine, it's still gonna all be metric, but any body bolt or anything, I was like, screw this. I'm gonna go with SAE.
SAE.
Oh, and then let me go grab those cool gaskets real quick. So I highly recommend these ultimate silicone valve cover gaskets. And I forget who I got this from, but his information should be on here. They stay soft, you know, you can take them off multiple times. And this ends, because this oil is all from leaky valve cover gaskets. And the deluxe, that's what I bought this for.
This oil.
Yeah, so.
Look at that. Just building up, ready to catch fire. Keep her burning.
Real Gaskets, Tennessee. Elizabethtown, Tennessee. This. And they're not that expensive, but this is the answer for the valve cover gaskets.
We presume.
No, guaranteed.
Guaranteed?
Old Blue.
What?
Old Blue hasn't leaked since I put it on.
Oh my.
See, these are cork, but see, they just didn't last. And this comes in like, I don't know, a kit I got from somebody.
And they freeze in the hose.
See if I can just bend it down. Drain it out. Oh yeah, that works.
That's the one you make sure stays on before the engine goes back in.
Amen to that. That is such a thing to get on.
I think everybody that's done this once knows to put that lower hose on.
Put that lower hose on first. Oh, and the other thing I learned is you've got to, if you have the stock exhaust resonator, you have to wiggle that on first. Because once you put the engine in, you can't get it in. That hose is off. For whatever reason, I put this bracket here, maybe to get it away from the oil filter. Oh, you know what I should do? Remember what we did to Darren's with that quick disconnect for this hose?
Oh, yeah.
I should do that.
That's right. And it never did leak.
No.
It's made for it.
Well, it's a steam cleaner fitting. So it's made for 3,000 up to 5,000 PSI.
There's only, what, 5 well, 20 psi.
Well, no, these are
Not even.
No, they're like a 7-pound cap or
Right.
4 pound. I don't remember. It's not much.
Yeah. Get these guys out. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put a new hose on anyway, so who cares, right?
Hallelujah.
It wasn't this car, but remember we drilled the hole through this to get to
I
this
thought
one
it
right
was
there.
this
It wasn't this car, but we can take the mount off.
Yeah. Dave drilled a giant hole through the thing.
So I could get a socket to this on the Deluxe.
Yes.
It's
Oh, it was
yeah.
the Deluxe.
Yeah.
That worked great. Through the water pump in car.
The Swedes are brilliant guys. You think they would have just done that, but maybe they just expect, take the bracket off.
Take the engine out.
Yeah, if you take this off, then you can get to it.
Right, for sure.
But
We're talking about that guy right there.
all right, here goes. Of course, I replaced the pump on this a while ago, so
Yeah.
we should be good. Yeah, this one is even hard to get to, but it's above the mount, so you can get to that one easy, usually.
Oh, that's just. And it didn't leak. Look at that. Clean as a vessel.
And it's that style.
Flat vein. Oh.
And this is the one that doesn't cavitate.
What?
Yes. Remember we had cavitation problems
Yes.
and I changed it. I could not remember. It's the flat vein that doesn't cavitate at 6th grade.
No. No. It cavitates.
No, it doesn't. I swapped. I had to change him because remember that one summer when it was overheating?
I remember.
So we had it all wrong. I thought the swirly one was.
It is the swirly one that
That's
you
what
want.
everybody says.
Yeah.
Well, this worked.
It did work.
I mean, trust
What's
me.
different about this than the others? Nothing.
Nothing other than the.
It's either curved or it's not curved.
Swirly or.
And what we're talking about is
the
the shape of the
the
vein.
fins. The veins, yeah.
So we're looking for the one that goes.
Yeah. Radius.
Okay.
or whatever.
Smells like carbon. What are you thinking?
That I broke a ring.
And how
Because of
far
the
do you
blow
have
bar.
to go down?
Well, we'll know when we pull the pistons out.
Yeah.
And we could probably tell when we pull the heads off because we're going to see a scored cylinder.
Yeah.
Look at here, 3 and 4. That's 1, 2, 3. So plug number 3 looks good.
Sure does.
All right. Plug number 4. That looks good.
Yeah, it does.
All right. No smoke.
Just kind of brown.
No smoking gun there.
So it was 2 and 4, and now you're at 1 and 3.
1.
Or does it go?
Oh, 1's no good. That smells like gas. So 1 wasn't firing very well.
Mm-hmm.
And let's try. That's nice and gray. So I lost number 1. That's my guess.
Well, that looks kind of like you change the oil once in a while.
Yeah.
Good job.
Imagine
Dave.
that. All right.
Would
So
you change it with diesel?
I think I blew rings on this thing. That's what we're getting to.
You put diesel in this?
Yeah. This is Dello 1040 in the winter and 2040 in the summer.
What are you looking at?
Well, so there is no piece of metal,
No.
and there's just a little hole, but
Yeah,
it
that's all
looks
right.
like it was gonna go.
You think
Sooner
the
or
gasket
later.
was about ready to
Well,
pop?
no, because it's tough, but I don't
Yeah.
like the bulging part of it.
I think they all have.
That's not encouraging.
The heat, it softens it right
Yeah.
up.
Wow, these look really good. There's no, I always look for oil sludge inside there, but that's good. See how it's a cone and then the oil comes in through there? On the earlier heads, there's a little hole, a rifle hole drill through. And so the heads that we have hot rodded are oiled differently than this, and I don't know if that's gonna matter or not, but we'll find out. No sludge there, that's good. So I wonder when they went to the different heads. Have you read anything about that?
Never.
Let me go grab the other set of heads and I'll show you. If you look, oh, I guess it's the same. No, yeah, see that hole right there?
It's right up in the center, and the other one was where?
I don't know. That's what I was. Unless we just can't see it because of the oil.
Looks the same.
Okay.
You might be
All right. Then let's
playing
look
with
at the...
so many different heads, maybe?
Yeah.
Your head's lost?
No. Okay. This is what's different.
The oil?
The older lifters have, instead of a big hole here, they have a little bitty hole, a single hole that goes in that taper. That's what's different.
So Dave had a moment where he saw a hole that didn't belong or something, and now we got it down to the rockers. The rockers!
The rockers! This bolt is attached to this head, so we'll go ahead and take the timing cover off while we're out of here. So this should just, yep. And I put a speedy sleeve on this.
Where'd you put the sleeve?
It's on there. You can't see it. It's just really thin. See how it stops right there? You can feel the ridge.
Oh.
So this little piece from here to there was a really thin stainless steel sleeve to take care of this. And looking at this, I'd say that wasn't leaking.
Goo.
And okay.
I think the goo...
Now I can feel those cool washers on there.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll get them off when we get the oil pan because they're glued on there at the moment.
Yeah, they are. Look at that. This looks like St. Helens aftermath. Look at those metal gears.
Oh, check out the metal gears. Ta-da. And there is, look at that. It just wiggles. It barely moves. So
that's good.
When this gear is fiber, and of course this is fiber, we have the deluxe. You can go click, 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 but it's still running.
Yeah.
Well, when I first drove this car, I didn't even realize. I thought I didn't put two and two together because I'm like, well, this can't be the crank. I didn't even know they had a balance shaft, and I thought, well, that can't be the cam. I didn't even know what it was, but it was like 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
And I only drove it for a year, and then this gear stripped, but the cam still works because you can see it just, you know, the cam gear or the crank gear runs the cam gear and the balance shaft. And anyway, that was quite a
crank gears are
a vibrating
solid
experience. Look how clean that is.
Beauty.
And my goo apparently
that's what
worked.
happened. Yeah, it did.
So I'll just reuse this. Oh, yeah. Okay. That looks all right.
Valve.
We'll put this down.
So we've never had this engine tore down like this. Never had the head off.
Yep.
The guy before us probably did.
We don't know. It's a mystery. Oh, I broke the piston. Look. I burnt a hole in the piston.
And that, kids, is how you get up on a Saturday morning and get to work.
Yeah, I just melted the piston. So driving it at 6,000. Oh, and
look at all the bits. The dingy dingy dingy.
See that? That is. Let's make sure a valve didn't die. Nope. So that's. I had the timing advanced too high. So that's what pre-ignition does. It literally destroys the piston.
You don't think it broke and then bounced around?
Well, yeah, but
but
there's no markings. I'm just saying that it got too hot. It just
got it.
Well, and it's a 73. I have no reason to think that these aren't the original pistons.
How many of you picked a blown piston?
Oh yeah. I
Nobody?
Thought it was and my only reason was that there was blow by. It was almost like I needed a second exhaust pipe. One for the exhaust and one for the blow by.
Right. We now know the result of this engine coming out for no power, no compression on one, is a hole in the piston. Cause uncertain, but maybe it was Dave's hot rodding. I don't know, you getting hot?
No.
Oh, here come. Anything good?
No, I don't feel anything. Let's take it over here. There's a little bit of gray, John.
A little bit.
Well,
that's all your assembly lube from something.
No. That's. See,
what is
the thing I don't understand is that's like, it's the metal gears breaking in. Because look at that. That's aluminum, and that's why it got quieter. No, which is probably
Makes
normal.
sense.
Drippity, drippity. I guess we'll take out number 1 first, huh? This one right here. Well, it's not scored. It's this thing got water in it while it sat for a long time, but I don't know. Heck, you could polish that off and reuse that. That ain't bad.
Come to me.
Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I broke the rings, all right. I broke all the rings. The oil seal did its part. None of that bad junk came down.
Yeah.
But look at the rings are just
They're all over the floor.
falling apart.
So could it have been that the rings gave out and busted through the lid?
No, it physically burnt. This is a pathway of burnness.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know when it happened because it seemed gradual to me. But I was doing 80 all the way from Hayden Lake to Spokane Valley. I was going as fast as the car would go, like I usually do, and then I began to lose power and I could see the smoke in the back with people that were behind me. But we'll get the other pistons out. Connecting rod, the wrist pin's good. I mean, that's not good, but there's still meat on there and it's not overheated or discolored. You notice that the rod is marked number 1.
How convenient. And there's a 1 on the other side.
Yeah, so you got the cap on straight.
I wonder if they put the
Well, you can
rods
always tell-
pointing in the correct
you can
direction.
always- that I already checked it when we pulled the heads.
They
All of them have a notch going to the front of the engine,
That's
so
good.
that's correct.
It's the rod oiler.
So here's the rod squirter. So that goes. Now here's something else too. These don't have an expansion T-slot.
No.
I wonder if new pistons
Forward.
will. Because that helps it cool. Replacement Jeep pistons, they have. See that T-slot right there? That helps it stay cool because the oil sprays in there. But these are long skirts, so they may need it. I don't know.
You keep winking at me.
Yeah, it's because sweat's in my eye.
I thought I just looked extra good.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Headband.
Yeah, let's headband this.
We need a Swedish flag headband.
Yeah. Forget like a samurai one or something, or a bonsai. Let's do a Swedish headband. Oh, and of course it's not long enough. So then you got to do it
Do-rag style.
do-rag style.
Corner to corner. Looks like my granddaughter.
All right.
I give this 22 seconds.
Let's see if that works. Okay. All right.
There's one.
Since we're getting new pistons, we aren't worried about it.
Looks like a champ. Oh.
Hey, I got them hot. Look at that. Let's see how it was.
It was
starting
about
to melt.
ready to melt.
This was about ready to melt
Holy
too.
smokes. Well, it's going to need a bore after all.
So let's see if we can see what size these inserts were.
It's a Ford part number.
Does it give any numbers like a size-wise? The last motor, I finally figured it out.
No.
They were standard. So if it has the Ford part number, but no like .010 or point whatever, then it's standard. Does it say standard right on there?
SD.
All right, cool.
So does it get hotter at 1 and 2 than it does at 3 and 4, or?
Well, it depends on the cooling.
Yeah.
Down here it should be the same because it's all splashed with oil, and that's in the
Sure.
air. So it doesn't matter here.
Yeah.
But see how this is?
Still pitty.
This looks more normal than the other two.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it's a really, really tired engine, you can't get the pistons out without removing the ridge. And so I have this tool that you put in, and it goes, and it cuts the ridge. And how does that guy look? Fine. And that notch is just the notch that points towards the front of the engine. So this is number 2.
3.
And they actually
you
were
have-
nice to. We
I
already
see
did
what you're saying.
Now, you got to be careful when you do this because sometimes you can drive the cap bolts through, but it didn't seem to be any problem.
Oh, right.
And this bearing actually looks pretty good. This thing to persuade to come out. That was getting hot.
They're all long.
So, I had the timing too far advanced and maybe running a little too lean. But, we didn't really adjust anything in the carburetor, so this is something to meditate on for the future.
Yeah, more fuel.
If I want to drive it, it's $6,000 every time.
I think it's you know, if that car was super quiet, you probably wouldn't do it. But you get more noise the more you push it.
Fun to just, oh, and especially when you're going like under a viaduct or
Oh yeah, that's the
and
best.
you lit it off, it goes wah, blah, 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 blah.
And it's loud.
Like, so loud.
We love it.
So, like here, Chuck.
Yeah.
There is no side-to-side perceptible on the wrist pins, and they don't move easy. They're stiff.
Okay.
Oh, there's that bearing piece fell down. So, you know, we'll still recondition the con rod.
Sure. That held together good.
For a motor that, quote, blew, it's less blown up than I expected.
And we have an idea as to why.
Yeah.
Hot Rod Harry here got it going.
Even with the loud exhaust, I could hear this. And after 300 miles, it totally went away. And I think that silver mud in the bottom, it's not from the rod bearings. Now, it could be a main bearing, or it could be the balance shaft bearing. But this, you know, when I first changed it, you could go clunk, 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 clunk. That's how
I remember that.
So,
and we had the pan off, right?
yeah, you have to take the pan off.
So it would have been clean when we started.
It was clean as a whistle.
Yes.
And we're gonna see how much mud that actually is here in a minute. There's no perceptible wear on this, so this is cool. So this was I got this from Germany, I think, or
I thought we got it at Moto Mobile.
yeah, Modal. This rides here, and you can tell that it got plenty of oil. There's no groove. Look at, you can just barely see a wear surface. Because I was worried, because even on the Jeeps, there's a bronze spacer, a bushing that goes in there.
Yeah.
And this was metal to metal. But that's a tribute to modern oils that we have.
For sure. Good point. Modern diesel fuel. I'm not using diesel fuel fluid.
Well, it's diesel truck oil. Yeah. So you got to turn this where there's no bolts in the way. So it's like right there. Bite, bite, and bite. These are not cheap, but it's Power Lock or Power Team. Oh, Posi Lock. That's what it is. Man, worth the money. I have, see this monster here? I pulled pulleys off military 5-ton Army truck diesel engines, and I've used a giant impact wrench, and it just goes dook, 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 and comes right off.
No brakey.
No brakey. And I don't know how you would get that stuff off without something like this. I mean, there's probably a special tool, but...
Yeah, it's called the Power Team Posi Lock.
Posi Lock. And then, of course, you always need these little bushings.
Oh.
Because it spins without damaging.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, it's just a really good system. And usually, because of the fine threads, it gives you pretty good mechanical advantage. Most of this little stuff you can just spin off by hand. There it is. I think you'd call this a thrust plate, probably. Oh, look at that. So the oil comes, so the same passage that lubes the front balance shaft bushing and the front crank bushing also goes through this little hole and goes down the little cannular and then lubes here. That's actually pretty cool. So that's lubing the thrust surface. Neat. Okay, now let's look. So they've got an arrow, arrow, arrow. Obviously, this is the rear. Can't mess that up. This is the front because that's where the bracket for the oil pickup goes. This has nothing. So we don't even need to mark these because this is only going in the front. This is only the middle one. This is only the rear.
We have arrows.
And we have arrows to tell you which way to go. All right, let's look. So that's what it should look like without all the little speckles. That looks good. I'm going to polish this and then mic it and see what's up because so far there is nothing here. If we could keep it standard, that just means this engine's going to last a lot longer, you know?
Yeah.
And so a Jeep, the front main cap is the thrust one that does the back and forth thrust. The middle one is what a Saab V4 does, or a Ford V4. I've seen way worse many times, so that's cool. So I'm going to say that this hasn't been out of this engine since 1973. And here it goes. Now, let's see if we can find the 1.7 on here. Right? Where is it supposed to be? On the end of one of these?
Yeah, on the end.
There it is, ta-da!
Hallelujah.
1.7.
Don't need to replace this one.
Well, I'm not going to bother with the other one, but if we're going to do one, let's do a 1.7. So the balance shaft comes right out that way. Okay, we will clear out the desk. We will lift this up and we'll take the stuff off. And I've never tried to take that out.
Why is that there, people? Anyone know? Why would you take that off, and what's the benefit of it there?
And sliding it over.
Well, we got the block off the stand.
Yeah, so we have
Totally broke down.
Right,
now we're at the part where the cam comes out. All right, so off camera, Dave got a lifter out with a magnet. This time it was easy. Now he's gently gliding.
I think we
and
probably
guiding
need to take this off.
cam. Things are gonna move so smooth.
I am re-reminded that the cam and the balance shaft all comes out the back of the motor. So, balance shaft. All right, I noticed this last time. See how there's a groove and then it's not? And that's how this thing was built. So I don't know why that is, but the rear one doesn't have that. So again, all I know is what I take apart and inspect.
Yeah. Why does the groove disappear on this end of the?
And that's definitely machined that way. It's not like something got into the bearing and did that. And maybe that's like to catch the oil and pump it through. I don't know. But one balance
dynamicist.
And
Chime in.
this is important because it really shakes without the balance.
Unlike my
know.
9000, I yanked both of those and it capped them, I should say. That thing's a little buzzy, but who cares? It's a manual transmission. You screwing something in the end of it?
No, I'm trying to. There should be a dimple,
Oh, sure.
and then I can.
Finagle the end up and down.
Or does it go through the front? It goes the other way.
What goes the other way?
It comes out the front.
How'd you figure that out?
Okay.
By tapping it.
All right.
So guys, we got the cam
with
out.
solid lifters.
I stared at Dave, and Dave banged on it the other way, and it popped right out.
So with solid lifters, it's hard to see, but the cams are grounded at an angle. So every time it hits the lifter, it spins it. So it rotates in the same spot. So you can see that they're wore about 3/4 of the way. If it's wore all the way to the end, you for sure have to regrind the cam. I'm not using this cam, but this cam is still good.
And it could be reground.
Yeah, so you can see right here.
Which is
Now
obvious.
see this one? It's hard to tell probably with the camera, but you see how it's wore all the way to the end? This is at the tail end of its life. If you could see a shiny spot like 3/4, there's still an angle to it to rotate the lifter every time it pushes it up.
Without the angle, lifter no more rotate.
Right, and then it wears a weird spot, and then you get a noisy lifter.
Yeah, time for a cam.
Yeah. And you can kind of see how it's, as it begins to pick up, see how it's wore on one side because it's high on this side. High on this side. And this is the one, see how it's like wore all the way, and you can see it shining all the way across. So this lobe needs to be reground. And then when it comes to this side, towards the front of the engine, they're tapered this way.
Oh.
And see, like this one, yeah. So, I mean, I would use this in a Jeep because we're only talking a Jeep,
3,800
maximum speed. Yeah, not even that. It's like 2,800 RPM if you're lucky. The Jeep will run on 80 octane fuel
easy
all day long. Not a high, it's a 54 horsepower.
Yeah.
So, but we're gonna put the what do we have, an Iski ground cam? Yeah.
Yeah, but you got the one for the high RPM.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's not the mild or the street cam. It's the 66.
Yeah.
Or whichever one.
See, and on
whichever
those
one
fancy
is
heads,
the racier
we put
one.
the stiffest springs that would fit. I think I want to go with stock lifters because they're harder than the lightweight ones. And the problem is if you get too stiff as springs, you prematurely wipe out the cam.
Or you blow the top off of the bracket that holds it.
Right. So the little retainer that holds
Yes.
it, you break the tip of the valve off because it's
Yeah, those blocks where they rebuild these guys, they've got a whole mechanism to hold this thing down when you start adding heavier springs.
Yeah, there's a plate
yes
that goes to the head bolts and then it's like a crown that
Yeah.
goes over to hold those in place. And this, instead of being hollow like that, it's like 3/8 thick, and it's just a little bitty
Sure.
rifle drilled hole
Yeah,
for the oil.
just
Instead of being
enough.
a tube, it's a rod.
All right, today we accomplished what?
Well, we pulled the engine this last time and in the hot rod, and I was guessing we'd broke a ring because of the blow by. Well, we found out
We did break a ring.
We broke a piston.
Yeah.
So this isn't good.
And what did we see on the other pistons? It was kind of
starting to show. So I think I was running too lean on the carburetor, and for sure I had the timing too far advanced. There's a pre-detonation marks on the pistons.
Not just this
But the good news is everything else on that engine is fine.
Yep.
So for blowing a motor, this
Yeah,
1.7
that's not
isn't that bad.
No.
Yeah, that's going to be better when we're done with it. So
And we learned for sure, and we'll never forget, the balance shaft goes out the back, and that's the only
and the
thing
cam
that
goes out the front. So now we know. We had to relearn
play.
that again. So
And we appreciate you watching.
yeah, thank you very much.
Stay
guys.
tuned as we try to get the hot rod back on the road.
And if any of you know the answers to some of those quirky questions we had about the
Chime
1.7, let us know, because I just what is that plug in the front? And whatever other questions we had, let us know, guys.
And if you have a moose horn intake that you want to see up and running, send it our way. We'll test it out for you.
Yes, we will. We'll put it to work.
We'll put some miles on it.
Exactly. So.
All right, guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps, and we appreciate all you do.
Yes, we do.
And I hope you enjoy whatever's coming your way.
Yeah, and I'm going to go change my shirt. So thanks for watching.
Bye.